right. Hello, lovely people. Hello, lovely people. Today is completely off the wall, and I apologize. I'm so behind on things to do, but I have been working on some cool upgrades. Check this out for like the 10 people who are here early. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You ready? I've got a new camera as part of the setup. I'm not like a pack opener, but we've done it. I went ahead and set up an overhead camera to be here like kind of permanently. So that's kind of cool. So if we ever do get to like pack opening and stuff, it's pretty easy now. Or like webcam games, you know, anything like that. That should be pretty sick. So that's just a little on the side upgrade I've been working on. But here's all the things I need to do for Battle Hardened Portland. Ready? Actually, I can probably scratch some of these off. I did fix the mics. Fix mics is done. The Blitz symbols stuff I still need to do. Still need to do break screens, the brackets, segments, add reel. I did all the printing, and I did some of the packing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pretty big projects still to do for Battle Hardened Portland. So yeah, I can't waste too much time today. So we need to kind of run through where we left off on Tuesday with the Blitz games. Tuesday was a lot of fun. Tuesday was also like 5.5 hours long. So I don't think I can do that again today. The goal is going to be to wrap up in time for, whatchamacallit. There's a spoiler coming out at 2 o'clock. There's the Bright Lights preview coming out at 2. So the idea is going to be to try to be done by 2. I've got a lot of work to do anyway, and people will want to dart off and watch this spoiler reveal. This one's for Zach. So we don't want to miss it. So anyway, where were we? We had on Tuesday started on the worth learning heroes for Blitz. Because remember, the idea is to just be a little bit more familiar with the Blitz heroes going into Portland, because I'm going to be casting while Nathan is producing. And because of that, I need a little bit of a refresher, especially on some of like the Blitz only strategies. So, unfortunately, we're out of like all the time in the world to make that happen. Oops, why is that messed up? That's not doing it. We're a little bit out of time to really do everything as intended. So I think we're going to call Prism Advent of Thrones good, since I did play a game with her on Tuesday. And then the maybes today, we'll probably just be able to do like one game with each. Because like I said, I'm kind of trying to wrap things up by 2, and so I can get back to work on some Portland stuff. So we've got 8 heroes that I need to play today, and we're going to try to do them rapid fire. First on the list would be Ira. I'm not sure I've seen a relatively new Ira list, but we can check Ira. Any way to bump up Levia? That's how I've been playing the entire time you've been playing her. Wait, what? Any way to bump up Levia? That's how I've been playing the entire time I've been playing, and with her, she's at least worth a maybe of time. If I'm biased, to me, she's worth learning. Well, that's the idea, right? I already know Levia. So this is not a tier list. This has nothing to do with like a Blitz tier list. It's close, but it's more biased towards what I know and what I don't know to be able to cast properly this weekend. So there's no reason for me to play Levia. It just doesn't matter. You know, I know this hero. You know, most of the Blitz lists that do well are something to do with me to some degree. So I don't need to play her. That's not saying, that's why I put a crown on her. She's pretty unique. I don't think she's bad. And so don't take this as like a true tier list. Some of these heroes are bad. But in terms of like, you know, Bravo's not bad, but he just doesn't play any differently in Blitz than he does Classic Instructed. So that's why they're down there. But this is all based around Battle Hardened Portland this weekend with what I need to do for casting. The fact that it's a Team Blitz tournament, you know, you kind of figure because one team can have 3 strong heroes, you know, it is worth learning kind of the upper tier of heroes guaranteed, because I would think most lists probably have 3 heroes from here with maybe like a fringe pick from here. And then, you know, maybe a couple others down here. I just don't need the refresher. That's the point. That's how we're formatting all this. Okay, so that said, Ira did get a little decrease in power since Drone was banned again. which I don't mind at all. She was kind of nuts. She was kind of nuts. This looks like not an Ira I want to play. This is like full fatigue Ira. But I don't have deck lists really to just whip out. Alright, this Ira also looks a little funky. Kugane's Ira. Oh, but it's old. That's May 19th. Let's see. Does it hold up, though? Does it hold up? Well, it doesn't have a sideboard, but it also doesn't include drone. So this might be okay to play. Just to play for her play patterns. Although it is a bit odd with Bonds of Ancestry, isn't it? Do we know what the stream is going to look like? Are we going to see all games? Yeah, I mean, I'm in charge of the stream. Don't you worry. You're going to see all games. Battle Hardened Portland, I mean, come on, it's in the tag here. Battle Hardened Portland is going to blow your freaking minds. The amount of time and energy that's being put into Battle Hardened Portland has never been met before by Battle Hardened. I'm thrilled with how it's going to be. And to give you a little sneak peek, check this out. I don't have it plugged into the cameras yet, but forget the poor old mobile rig that I was trying to make function, the thing with just the camera that was always relying on internet. We upgraded. This is like a $600 little kit here to actually have a wireless transmitter. So this goes right on top of the cold shoe mount on a camera with the little shotgun mic and the transmitter. And then this receiver picks it up and then routes it right into my brand new BlackTech 810 Mini, which will facilitate some other new camera additions as well. So there will be a true mobile camera that we can bring around either with the shotgun mic or with the Savage Feats interview thingy. So there's going to be the overhead cam like normal. There's going to be the face cam, hand cam. There's going to be the mobile cameras. There's also going to be the ability to swap over to the other games once the main game is done. It's going to be insane. I fixed the telestrator finally. So the telestrator does work now. I can finally have the casters draw on the screen, which was something I've been waiting for a long time, because I had all like the scripts set within OBS to make it work, but what I couldn't figure out was how to make two mice work at the same time without messing up the producer, because the producer still needs to use the mouse first and foremost, and so, you know, passing it off to the caster kind of ruined things. But I found a program that's pretty good and that doesn't crash things, because that was the other problem. A lot of those programs are finicky. Other upgrades went ahead and made it legit for whenever casters are involved. We've got the run of show little printout for them. Make it easy. It's like color by numbers almost, you know, like move to 2, move to 3, whatever. Got media passes for when Savage Feats flies. Finally made media passes, so we get discounts on checked bags and all that. These are actually really sick. In fact, let's use look, we've got the new camera angle for this. Look at these media passes. They're so sick. I'm super happy with them. Then we've got the stream rules and all that. We're going all out. We're going all out. It's getting legit. It's getting legit. This is going to be an insane event. We're doing Saturday for Team Blitz and then Sunday as like a farewell to Classic Constructed. So it'll be a full weekend of games. It's going to be the highest quality you've ever freaking seen. It's also going to be Nathan's learning moment, because Nathan is going to try to take over production for this event over me, and you know, God bless him. It's going to be freaking tough. It's going to be tough because there's a lot going on with this show. It's kind of tricky to show everything that we want to as well. Here, I can show some of this off. It's like the idea being, you know, we've got teams that we need to display to everyone, right? Like it's not just about one matchup. There's 3 matchups that matter. You know, play seat A, seat B, seat C, and then to actually track like the winners and losers and all that is going to be its own mess of like buttons, honestly, on the stream deck. So like, oops, God, this thing, my mouse is not remembering the buttons that I mapped to it. So there's going to be a lot of like little button clicking and things, more than normal, just to display all the information properly. Like when, you know, side A wins a matchup, we've got to display this, swap to the camera again, and whatever. So there's a lot going on for the Battle Hardened this weekend. I am pretty stoked. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Let's get a taste of the top 8. Like, I also need to rework. I can't even use some of, like, the old assets that I spent time on because, like, this won't work for how a team tournament looks, you know? It's not just top 8. It's top 4, and then top 4 is, like, a whole team with names. So there's a lot of, like, little things I need to do to just present it better. But it's coming along very well. It's coming along very well. So it's going to be a great show. It's going to be insane. Insane, I think. Insane. Also, Nathan's in the chat right now. So there he is. Send him your energy because he... Yeah, is it on the Savage Feats YouTube channel? Yes, it is. Actually, look, you can queue it up right now. If you want to mark it, click that Notify Me button. Savage Feats. They're scheduled right now. Just go click the Notify Me. Boom. Notifications on. I can't wait. I cannot freaking wait. The one thing that can go wrong, knock on wood, is my bags get lost on the flight. I'm a little worried. My connection is 45 minutes. My connection is 45 minutes in Detroit. So, who knows? Maybe that's a little too tight. You think Majin spoiler is in 3 minutes? No, that's not right, is it? I thought his was at 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's like way later. Way later still. What is that, like 6 p.m. Pacific? Or oh, no, sorry. I am Eastern. I have it swapped. He's Pacific, but I'm Eastern. Okay, yeah. So it's 3 p.m. Eastern. So we're still trying to end the stream by 2 p.m. here so we can all tune into this. So anyway, with that said, we got to play catch up real quick so I can knock out one game apiece on the maybe heroes here. So I'm frantic. As you can tell, there's like so much I need to do. So let's just play this Ira game. And my mouse isn't freaking working still, so I have to do the buttons manually. Oy. Who knows if this Ira list is even good? Let's do it. It looks a little funky, but it is made by our boy Kugane. You won the die roll. Sure, I'll go second. Good luck. Sure, longer game. Tiger might get more value. It's also block, right? And that's all there is, because this is not an up-to-date list, because I'm not building lists right now. We're just playing games. Here we go. I like cutting things close, but 45 minutes. Well, the choice was either take that flight and get there at noon, or get there at midnight and have like an hour layover. So for 15-minute difference in layover, one of them gets me to Portland like at noon. That's fantastic. If that flight actually works, then, you know, I have half a day to prep versus the only other flight that would work is basically I have to do everything Saturday morning. Which just seemed miserable. I definitely did not want to do that. All right, well, we're taking 6 and our go again is turned off. That's pretty crazy. So if that's the case, actually, then I should probably keep my highest damage attack. This is going to go very well. I can already feel it. Yeah, Portland is really far away from where I live, you know? Really, really far, actually, believe it or not. Sure, we can only do one thing. Let's do this. Arsenal Snatch. Seems okay. So I also have trackers, though, inside all the luggage. In fact, maybe I can show it. Look at this. Look at the beauty of a second camera here. Oh, it's upside down, though. All right, well, here we go. It's upside down, but you see my bags? I've got trackers and everything, so I should be able to, you know, keep on top of like where everything is, regardless of if it makes it. The good news is, if it doesn't make the flight, then there is that second flight that comes in at like midnight. So in theory, if the bags don't make it, they will make it, but just at midnight. So whatever, it'll be fine. I really do believe. I believe. What happened here? My opponent's just not attacking? That's crazy. I appreciate this opponent, considering they dealt me 6 to begin with here. What is even happening? I'm like so checked out of this game. Today I'm so frazzled. I have so much crap to do, but we're going to play these games. Okay. Ira loves to sit on Razor. It's like one of the juiciest things she can do. So maybe I don't mind my turn just being Kodachi spinning Snatch. They're definitely going to block the Snatch anyway. They have all their armor. Then I just... And I can make it look threatening because I'll have Sigil in hand. So yeah, let's just do that, I think. Make the Kodachi awkward. Make it come in for 1, then 5, then 4. Seems okay. Seems okay. Those some good-looking dudes? Which dudes are you talking about? Us? The Savage Feats crew? I agree. Oh, are you talking about the media passes? Dude, I'm so happy with how those turned out. You know, it turns out that media passes are not issued by airlines. They're issued by, like, whatever media company is sending their employee. So there is no standard look for a media pass. You just have to make it look official AF. So I made those. Those are custom. I just like made up media passes. Granted, you do need to prove your company is real. So like I have all the Savage Feats paperwork and all that. But it's so funny. Like I threw all this like text on the back about United policies, whatever. It's kind of funny. I guess I could still actually pay into the Razor. This plays nice. Should I do it? I mean, the card draw probably just becomes my arsenal anyway. I don't mind just letting this happen. Sigil, Arsenal, Razor. I think is fine. They're obviously trying to throw some kind of 5-card hand, so getting the life gain in so I just don't die to some dumb thing is fine. Oh, okay. They kept a large hand to heal. Don't mind that either. What is this Boomer Bravo list? We've got our resident Bravo expert, Tark. Tark, did you see the Twitter post I made about... Okay, how does Twitter not save in my browser? What the hell is going on? Did you see the Twitter post I made about my first armory? Do you know this story, Tark? Because it's pretty miserable. So, everyone on Twitter was sharing, like, their first armory event. Do you see this? Tark used to be local to me in Michigan. Do you see this? Clark, me, draw, first armory ever. It's a pretty miserable story time. I actually do like Clark quite a bit, but my god, did I have just the worst taste in my mouth ever from that first experience with him. Okay, so what's happening here? Oh, okay, they're changing things. Good. I really didn't pay any attention. That was the other reason to play out the Sigil, I don't want it thinking that I'm playing something at instant speed, tabbing out so much. You would draw 2 there, wouldn't you? Because Snatch was the 3rd link. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about Mask Momentum. Sure. We'll mark it as a bother. It's hard for new players playing against Bravo for the first time. That's not the story. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell the story. I didn't want to shame Clark like this, but it's pretty gross. It is pretty gross. So hold up one second. My turn here is well, best case would be I guess I full block. I can give up armor to like full block this, say E-Strike, draw a card, then like Tunic, reflex it, and then like drop Fluster Fist. That's probably fine. Oh wait, actually that's only blocking 7. Okay, so that's not the right play. Thought I would turn off the crush. That does not turn off the crush. So in that case... I can try to get lucky and just end up with Fluster Fist as my only attack here. I could also say no blocks, try to get really lucky and keep E-Strike in a card. I could also just accept my fate, let it happen that I discard 2, and then if it's Descendant, I can at least Tunic for Descendant just to do something. If it's E-Strike, that really does nothing. If it's Fluster, that's the ceiling. Or actually, hold up. So maybe I do give up the E-Strike then. That way, any one of these is playable. I forgot about this one. All right, let's do this. I'm fine with it. So I don't want Descendant. Okay, Torrent's actually the most damage I could throw there, so that's fine. That's fine. It uses my Tunic, but I think we're okay. All right. So that first armory, right? That first armory was July. If you remember back in July 2021, almost no one had Crucible, right? Like nobody had Crucible of War unless you'd gotten first ed in. This was right when like Monarch basically came out in the States, and so people started to get into the game then, but you just couldn't get Crucible yet. Crucible came like 3 months later, or whatever it was. It was so late in the year. But Clark had been in since day one. He was like a Welcome to Wraith investor, you know, he was in on the game. So he had everything. He had like Cold Foil, Crater Fist, like, you know, Towering Titan, like everything for Bravo that came out in Crucible that just no one else, probably like in Michigan, had. You know, Michigan was... there weren't that many people that bought in early. Some people did, to be fair, but not that many people. Anyway, he shows up at my first armory event ever, right? And I also built Bravo, just because I was... Wait, drone is still legal? No, it is not. Is drone still legal? It is not. Drone was banned, and they capped deck sizes at officially 40 even, and you can have 52 cards with like sideboard, but you have to always present 40. So that's why we're trying to hype up. Not only is this Team Blitz, the first time a Team Blitz event is going to be streamed, but it's also the first Blitz event with the new rules that will have coverage. So it's a double whammy. I really hope everyone tunes in and this event pops off. I mean, our last one got 30,000 views, which is insane. I actually think Blitz should get more than that. Blitz is a more worldwide format, more widely played. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be nuts. All right. So kind of unfortunate. I guess I give the hand and then just sigil. I mean, this is their second crippling, so I think if I just survive this, I'll be fine. Won a PTI entry from Red Zone Rogue, so now you're staying for Sunday with Pankaj. Oh, dude, wait. Do you want to try casting, Teklo? Because on Sunday, we did not pay for Pankaj. He's too expensive. So the PTI event on Sunday is going to just probably be volunteers. But Portland, it's going to be me and Pankaj, and then the PTI event is just going to be whoever wants to. So if you want to, you'd like straight can. It's just going to be open floor. Much more relaxed on Sunday. Maybe Pankaj will do it for free. Who knows? But we have the budget to pay on Saturday. Sunday is just going to be for fun. Oh, my opponent pitched drone? Oh my god. That's not allowed, sir. That's not allowed at all. I totally missed that if that's what happened. Okay. Story time. Story time, though. So anyway, Clark walks in to Odyssey, and he's got all the first ed Crucible stuff. Crater Fist, Cold Foil, the Towering Titans, the... I forget what other like blues came from that set. But, you know, it definitely gave Bravo a lot of life. A lot of life. Okay, what's happening here? I can't draw cards? Well, I think that's fine. If my turn is just like... spinning wheel into CNC. Seems okay. And I've just got like super vanilla Bravo. Super vanilla Bravo. Like, you know, just Welcome to Wraith, basically. And I play my round 1, and it's like literally my first real game of Flesh and Blood. And it's pretty fun, you know, I'm having a blast, whatever. You know, I forget what I played against. I played against Thomas Rowe, so he was probably on like Azalea back then. He was an Azalea player for a while. And it was a really fun game, and I'm like, man, this game is awesome. Like, I absolutely love this. Then I move on to my round 2, and Clark is like the only person in the store who had played before, right? And so I'm a little nervous because I'm like, oh man, you know, I don't mind losing, but like I feel like I'm about to get schooled. This is going to be awful. And we play our game, and I actually am winning, like very significantly, pretty significantly. And I'm not even slow playing. We're playing the game like normal, you know, we've got like our 35 minutes on the clock, whatever, and it comes down to a turn where there's about 2 minutes left on the clock, right? And I attack with the dominated attack, and he's at like 1 life, or whatever it is. I'm at like 8 life, you know? So the question right then and there is like, do you survive this attack with a defense reaction in arsenal, or do you die? That's the only thing. That's the only thing that can happen on this turn, because he's at like 1 or 2, whatever it is, and I'm coming in with like a dominated disable, something that goes over a 1-card block. He's got no armor, whatever. So I'm sitting there, and there's about 2 minutes on the clock, and I'm like, and he's thinking about it, right? Like I present my attack, and he's thinking about it, and he's thinking about it, and I'm just like, so do you have a defense reaction? And he goes, well, hold on, I'm thinking. And I'm looking at the clock, and all of a sudden there's like a minute left, and I'm like, well, the only thing you can do is have a defense reaction or lose. So do you have a defense reaction? He's like, hold on, I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Like, do you have it or not? The timer goes down to, about like 10 seconds left or whatever it is. And he, at that point, says, oh man, this hand is like so bad to push. He at that point says, okay, staunch response from Arsenal, like blocks from hand, doesn't die, time gets called. And he's like, okay, so you get a turn, then I get a turn. And your turn just ended. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And he goes, oh, so that's it. Like, you don't get another turn. And I'm like, what? But like, I win next turn. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, nope, that's the rules. I'm like, okay. So then sure enough, we go into his turn, and all he does is like hammer me. And I just block. And then that's it. And I'm like, what the hell? What was this? Like, why did you just do that to me? You legitimately forced a draw, and you couldn't win. Like, you could not win. I win on my next turn, and you forced a draw. Like, what the hell is that? I was so upset about it. Like, so upset about it. Because I'm a brand new player, and he was this dude with, like, all the Crucible stuff that no one else had yet. And I'm just like, man, that was some bullshit. Like, that was just straight... Yeah, okay, this guy's not playing a real Blitz list, so I don't even know how it was queued up in Blitz. This card is banned right now, but whatever. We'll let it be. We'll let it be. So that left like a really sour taste in my mouth, because he forced a draw, like legitimately forced a draw at an armory with brand new players, it being my first armory ever. And I was just like, I was so upset over it. So upset. I don't even think it was like reasonably, I don't even think I was unreasonably upset, rather. That was a reasonable take to be that upset over some dude like waltzing in and forcing a draw to a brand new player where they clearly lost, So whatever. For a while, I had my issues with him because I was like, dude, what is this? Like, why did you just do that? Anyway. So that's the first armory story. First armory story. This should have been a damn 3-0, but nope, we got Clark. And Clark's actually a good dude, so I think it was maybe he just didn't notice or something. Like, I'm not quite sure what was going on there. But he actually stalled in the moment with about 2 minutes on the clock. So that time was called on my turn. And, we didn't really have a judge or anything, because it was like our first armory. Oh my god, how am I supposed to do anything? How am I supposed to pressure anything? Alright, this doesn't even count as like a real game, because my opponent's on drone, and my deck is drawing like... This is like 2 turns back to back with double defense react. Does he play Yu-Gi-Oh? No, he's just a fab dad. He's just a Bravo player. Tarek knows him. I mean, he's not a bad guy. I actually did a video with him. Like, I am overall like friends with Clark now. Like, I did this video with him for the official Fab channel. This was us. That's Clark and that's me. Oh god, that's an awful haircut and glasses. But as a first interaction, it was really bad, honestly. Who's the guy? Oh, Matthew Folks. No, he's not the heel. He's not the heel. I promise you. It was just a one-time thing. It was just a one-time thing. But I honestly forgot about that until it started circulating on Twitter. Like, everyone was posting like their first armory again. No, that's Jamie now. You're retired. Great point. Great point. The first time I met Jamie was the first time I met you as well. You know that, Matt? It was when I was playing Jamie at the Battle Hardened in New Jersey. What is going on, opponent? Yeah, it was the first Pro Tour. So it was the Battle Hardened connected to that one, right? That was in New Jersey. And I was playing Leviah into his Rhinar. And you came and like spectated the game, and I felt all of a sudden Like I had enormous amounts of pressure on me. I actually don't even know why, because who were you back then? You were just... I guess you'd won UK Nats, right? So that must have been how I knew you. He was playing Reinhardt, I was playing Levia, and he won with like an exact, like perfect Intimidate on the last turn, where he like hit my blocking card and I was left with a non-block and I just couldn't. It was quite a Levia moment. Quite a Levia moment. And you were watching that whole game. Yeah, Clark is a good dude. It was just a weird first interaction. Maybe I still win this game. I have no idea. Ira can do some work with Kodachis, but when your opponent runs drone when it's not a legal card, start to question, you know? Start to question. You coming out to Dallas for the calling? Well, not entirely sure. I don't know my role at Dallas yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. So, as soon as I know more about what's happening with Dallas, I will have an answer. If I was going as just a player, then I honestly probably would still go if I was going as just a player, honestly. I mean, it's a calling. There's only like, what, 2 or 3 of these a year in the States now. Plus, I need to go to St. Louis the next week anyway, so it'd be kind of cool to go to Dallas, then like hang with Matt and Carolina or something, and then just end up in St. Louis the next day, or the next weekend, because I'm streaming that Battle Hardened. So, I think I would go no matter what, but I just don't know what I'm going for, as a player or as part of production or what. Those answers, hopefully, are coming soon. I need to know them. I need to know these things. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I needed to play 8 fast games today. And what I'm realizing is I actually don't think Ira was worth the time. Ira has not changed much, has she? This is probably the spiciest Ira build we're going to see. And it's only because it includes Descendant and Bonds. And both my Razors are gone. Because I had nothing else to do that turn. And they didn't even land as like real damage. My opponent had a Fate. So, kind of doubt my ability to close unless it's really just Kodachis. Oh, what else is on the docket? This game's kind of boring. We've got Dory, Briar, Shiyana, Arakni, Riptide, Uzuri, Vincent. Okay, so actually these heroes are all pretty spicy. These here... Oh, I actually don't think I need to play Vincent. I spammed her for quite a bit, so maybe we'll swap that hero out. Because someone mentioned... What was the hero in contention that people were saying was worth playing? Some people were saying Azalea was legit. Some people wanted KO. Maybe we do KO instead of Vincent. I've spammed enough Vincent. I know what's up with that hero. I think that's fine. Fi? I'll have you know, Fi is for whatever reason in the Levia category now. Fi did not win a single Nationals. If you told me that Levia wasn't going to win a single Nationals, I think even I would have doubted that this season, but that was true. If you told me Fi wasn't going to win a single Nationals, it'd be like, you're absolutely... What do you know about this game? And yet Fi won 0. Levia won 0. That's crazy. That's crazy. I would not put them in similar tiers. Actually, no, I would. I take that back. I probably would right now. Right now, if you really think about it, sure. They are in a similar position. They're just not the best aggro deck. Okay, whatever. Whatever. But if you told that to me like a year ago, you'd be like, you are freaking crazy. So I do play a lot of Emperor. I do admit Emperor is pretty legit. I just don't know if he'll make a showing on the teams that are winning. I think he's a real deck, but he does not do well into Chane, Kano, Rhinar, Dash, Yoji, even Prism's tough. Like, you'd have to be, playing for fun if you're on Emperor. So I don't think he needs to be part of my refresher list because I do know what he's up to, and if he comes up, there's only red cards you need to worry about anyway. Get Reinar off that list. I know a couple people are playing Reinar. I feel like I need to just Kodachi every turn, right? Just Kodachi every turn. You can just block the clean 6 here. Or go ahead, take 1 so I can save the sync for later. Maybe it's fine just to throw the 7. Who knows? I'll do it this way. I feel like probably wrong. It could have been better just take 2 damage to throw in a Kodachi. Yeah, because that blocked 2 versus throwing 3. Yeah, okay. So that's just value-wise, that's wrong. It would put me at 2, but I'm insulated from like a dominate with Flick Fleck anyway. Whatever. I don't super care about this game. This game was a mistake. Ira is not worth a refresher. She is not worth it. And my opponent's deck, like we saw, is not a legal deck. Droner Brutality is in it, which will never end up in this graveyard. Never. Okay. This does not have base go again. No, it does not. I can't even, like, snaps it to kind of push a hand this turn, because they both cost 2. So I guess I don't really want to block with both of them. I feel like I'm losing a lot of damage. Maybe I just hold it, as awkward as that sounds. I did play both spinning wheel kicks, though. Honestly, I'm just going to hold it. I don't want to just waste a 5 or 6 damage attack here. I can use Roundhouse to banish drone. Not anymore. My spinning wheel kicks are gone. So this is now vanilla for the rest of the game. What in the world am I playing? Apparently a very old Ira list. This list is from May, so it's very outdated. Very outdated. And we're playing into a Bravo with drone. So this is not a real game. I needed to spam some Blitz games so I could catch up on all these heroes. But as suspected, honestly, nothing's really changed with Ira. Granted, this is an old list. I still don't think you'd play it any differently. Cyclone is still good? Okay. I'll believe it. Hey, what are you talking about? This is Kugane's Ira. You can pay this man for guides about this Ira. So maybe that's what we're missing. I should have subscribed to the Patreon. So then I'd know what I'm doing. Well, you know, there is no arsenal, so maybe I just pitch the CNC in where it's relevant later. That seems fine. Cyclone is vanilla anyway, right? We checked. There's only the 2 red spinning wheel kicks. Yeah, so they're gone. Cyclone seems like a tech for when Oldham was legal. Fair point. Yep, that was May. That was a while ago. And bonds. Were we smart? Did we keep 1 descendant in the deck? We did not. All right. Throwing. Absolutely throwing. Oh my god, this hand just like doesn't have damage again. Just does not have damage. I mean, I can flick so that I can Kodachi Tunic for bonds. That seems pretty miserable. What else we got? What else we got? Oh boy. It's specifically for Dynamo now. Oh, I can see that. That's pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. I should really just concede this game. I want this to be over so badly. Please. Please. Taking 6 on turn 0 was pretty rough too. Maybe I just go first every time then. I mean, the deck is so D-react heavy that it was probably just always safer to go first, get some Kodachi value in, and then Arsenal. I do want to let this guy know that drone is banned. It is banned, right? Like, I'm not stupid. Fab TCG banned and restricted. Right now, Drone of Brutality is banned. We're not even, like, waiting for a date on that. It is just banned. Yeah. Odd. Just concede and play another game. Hey, who knows? Who knows? Maybe this is winnable. Maybe this is winnable. More than anything, I want this guy to just let me message him so I can let him know that drone is banned. I don't think that's going to happen, though. It looks like he denied, and then I can't invite again. Man's in his own world. Fratelli Flesh and Blood is just not the Flesh and Blood the rest of us play. I'm surprised Talishar allowed drone, though, because this was like the normal Blitz queue. You think it's winnable? Yeah, let's stay. I'm staying in. I believe. I pitch stack to CNC, don't forget. Our last hand. We got this. Oh, yeah. We have 4 cards? Oh, so it's not winnable anymore? What'd you talk about? Come on. I've got a Flick Flack in Arsenal. You don't know the setup. It's beyond you, Matt. It's beyond you. This just ain't right. This just ain't right. Alright. This is the hand. This is the hand. What can we do with this hand? Well, we get snaps for 2 damage. It's like the last play we got. Last play we got. And then it's over. But they are going to Arsenal. So CNC value incoming. Huh? That's good stuff. Kassai's where it's at. We played Kassai yesterday. If anyone's curious where all these games are, just look at the 5.5-hour stream on Tuesday. We played something like 14 games. It was nuts. And I even leaked the best deck in Blitz. The deck that is going to win Portland. So, good luck. You know, you've got to go find it. But one of those lists is absolutely the best deck in Blitz. Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh, the Snapdragon's value is unreal. We don't even get the extra damage because Tunic's not up this turn. This is great. It's just never worth actually playing this for 2 damage, right? There's no way. I'm not doing that. Oh, God. No. This is illegal. But I have you now. Man, this is so sad. All right, so chat, your mission is to find this person and get them to allow you to invite them to chat so you can tell them that drone is banned. Because they're just very much not aware, and Talishar is not enforcing it. All right, here we go. Oh, actually, no. That's going to trigger next turn, isn't it? Heck yeah, it is. So I do this. We're living. Get my Snap Shiko value in next turn. Oh, and I still have a card in Arsenal. Ah. I can feel it. They're going to say no blocks in this entire turn, and somehow the game's going to bug and make it present lethal somehow. That's the out. Yeah, I truly Z. I do not know how they have drone in this deck, because this was the normal Blitz queue. Not like a special rule or something. I don't know how it happened. But it's okay. We don't care about this game. We just wanted to click Ira buttons. And click Ira buttons we did. Click Ira buttons we did. We're clicking another button right now, actually. Here it comes. Don't snaps for 2. Just CNC for 7 and keep the 2 for next turn. Oh, come on, Ryan. Don't think that hard about this game. You serious? Shake your head. You shake your head at yourself. Trying to comment on a game that doesn't matter. I want them to put a 2 for 6 Red Mech Majestic that's drone, but for when you banish it in bright lights. Sure. Isn't there some inverse effect of that already? Like one that says if it hits, it goes back to the bottom of the deck? There is some effect, so recursion is not like out of the question for mech. I think that one's probably too good though. Because then there's like some infinite boost state you could probably set up. Here we go. We're gonna make him suffer. Suffer as I did, opponent. Waste your brain cells thinking about these blocks. Oh, never mind. They don't have to think at all. They just have drone. Alright, Kadachi concede. Definitely seems like the angle here. My opponent is thinking about reactions. Let's make sure we have our triggers queued up. Alright, Tunic. I'm not playing another turn of this. Goodbye, opponent. It was nice playing a not legal game of Blitz with you. Alright. Well, that's Ira. That's fine. Really don't care about playing Ira. Let's do Solitary Confinement. Because I've never played Solitary Confinement in Blitz. I've played against it a couple times. And I love the mind games of it. So to see it would be kind of interesting. No way the most recent Arakni Solitary Confinement is that old. May? What are people doing building normal Arakni more recently than Solitary? Oh, this ain't right. Someone send me a list then. I'm not dealing with this. Solitary. Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. It just didn't load. Interesting. Well, here they are. Super aggro. Let's take a look. Oh, I like this. A lot of reds. This looks spicy. Spicy, spicy. Stealth again. So, in theory, more stealth cards. All the prowls. Alright, both these lists look pretty playable. Let's see. In terms of unique Blitz angles, this one does have Plunder Run, which makes sense. That one seems like a good include. I think I'm more inclined to try the Super Aggro. Let's do it. Super Aggro. Maybe we'll play 2 games of Solitary. The hero seems kind of cool. Deck link, Blitz. Here we go. Plunder Run plus Snatch, the Blitz combo. Alright. Alright, good. Playing against Naira, that'll fill the gaps of last game. We definitely want to go second, I would think. If we are the super aggro deck, this is still just a clean 40. We can even... Oh, we don't have to take damage for Scar, actually. We start at 19. Oh, that's sick. Against Ira, Nerve Scalpel should be decent. Spider's Bite should be decent. Alright, I'm in. Send it. Question about Sunday. Would you be able to play until you're out of top 8, then hop in? Oh, yeah. No, the idea for Sunday is going to just be open floor. The production will stay, you know, whatever kind of... hopefully impeccable quality that we can maintain it at. But the casting quality is just going to be, honestly, whoever can help out. Whoever wants to. Because we only have the budget to pay for casters on one day. Alright, it's just a Kodachi. Do I want to waste any of these cards to a Kodachi? I mean, Codex doesn't matter yet. And a Codex pulling an Enlightened Strike probably, like, never happens. So, actually, I think I don't mind blocking with this. I don't need to leak damage. My scars are already live, right? So I can just dump this hand on blocks across the board. Should be fine. Nice. Alright. We didn't waste a single HP. Easy peasy. That's a give and take in Ira. Nice. Okay, well, this hand doesn't do much. But it does let us set up a Death Touch and Arsenal, I guess. This won't proc, which is pretty unfortunate. So all we can really do is Dagger, Dagger, Prowl. Well, it's not great, but it is something. It's not great. Because we're not Uzuri. I can't just swap in the Death Touch. Oh well. I'm so excited to play with the new, what is it called, like Shriek Razors? I really enjoy Contract Assassin. I think it's so fun. I was in Mexico when I was working my design consultant job, and it was work from anywhere, right? So I was in Mexico with my girlfriend's family, just having the time of my life, and every night I would play like a handful of Arakni games. It was like the perfect week. Eating delicious food with great company, you know, working, getting paid, and then playing Arakni games before I go to bed. What a perfect life. Perfect life. And then I haven't touched them since. Or touched them since. I don't know why it sounds weirder when I say it that way. Haven't touched them. I swear. I swear, officer. Okay, this hand, go again. Leave no witnesses, seems pretty decent. And the blue means I can pay into a Spider's Bite Death Touch if I really want to, like, snaps as well. Or I can just Arsenal the Leave no witnesses. Alright, this is probably a no blocks angle. Although, I might need to worry about... Oh, they don't have mask. Okay, so actually, it likely is no block. Because if they kept the hand this way, I doubt it's a CNC to wrap it up. And this turns on Skullcap. Cool. Let's see it. Oh yeah, just vanilla? Your turn was vanilla? Tell me more. Your turn was a snaps play. Makes sense. Into a stab wound. So... Well, if they razor me, that razor deals 5 damage. That's kind of unfortunate. But I feel like if that was the play, they didn't need to use snaps. Wouldn't they just... They'd reflex the flex. Ha! Reflex the flex. Unless they care about 2 more damage on this attack. Nah. They don't got it. Okay. So now, where do we care about the Spider's Bite? We probably care about the Spider's Bite either before the Infect... Actually, I think before the Infect is where it might get the most value. Sure. So let's do Rabble. Spider's Bite, Infect, Death Touch, Arsenal, Leave no witnesses. Or end up snapping. I guess it depends what they do. Depends what they do. We might snaps it. Oh, okay. Now we don't play Leave no witnesses. Nice. Okay. Seems pretty decent. They're gonna let this be a 0 for 5? Oh! Ooh, is this worth a Flick Knives right now? It effectively deals 3 damage if I Flick Knives right now. That's kind of hype. That's a pretty high value Flick Knives. But then it gets rid of my ability to maybe play it on like a Leave No Witnesses next turn. But that's 3 damage on this Flick Knives. Whew, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm kind of down. It's early. Ooh, I don't know. It's early though. It's early. Nah, we'll let it happen. We'll let it happen. Too early. Too early. Too early. Alright, the Flick Black kind of saved them from the debuff there, but they do give armor. Sure. Leave No Witnesses. Codex. I doubt they really arsenal on this kind of hand, though. Ira tends to 2-card pretty decently. Just consistent 2-card 7s. My hand seems pretty okay, though. I don't have Tunic in this list, so I can't go like Infiltrate, Snatch, like Snaps, Codex, Tunic. Oh, my arsenal's full anyway. Ah, okay, well, different considerations than this turn. Maybe Codex just swings a dagger after all that. We'll see. How does Flick Knives deal 3? Because it would deal them 1, and then the Infect lands, and I get to give him a Blood Rot. That's 3. That's 3 damage. Right? So it normally deals 1, and then you hope that there's like additional value from the Leave No Witnesses banishing a card, which could be like a Sigil at the end of the day. You never know. You never know. So there was like some guaranteed value on the table of just Flick Knives dealing 3 damage. It's actually 4. Oh, true, because it... Oh, yep, okay. Because this actually hits as well. So it is 4. It's 4, not 3. Yes. Yep. Nice call. 4, not 3. So maybe it was worth it. This Amnesia. What does Amnesia do? Can't gain names. I don't think names matter, right? Contract is a keyword, or stealth, or whatever it's looking for. Stealth. But taking 6 is... It's kind of sus. It's kind of a lot of damage to take. There is a world where I don't get to block with Skullcap again if I just dump this hand. 1, 7, 11. Well, no, that's not true, because I'm going down to 3. Alright. I'm fine. I'll take this. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Alright. Let's see what this does first and foremost. Maybe it changes what we want to do. They're thinking about making Blood Rot cost 2? How do you know that? I actually think that'd be great. I would love if they changed that. But I didn't think it was happening from anything I've heard of. Alright, well, there goes a sync. So, this play was made irrelevant pretty quick. That's okay. Now, in theory, Spider's Bite on Snatch makes less sense unless they give up Tunic here. They might just give up... They might want to give up Tunic, actually, because the game's pretty short now. So they did just sync. I doubt they drew like a double block for D-React. There's already one sync here. There's one Flick Black. Yeah, so let's assume they want to block the Snatch with a card and Tunic over a D-React. Okay, oh, they give 2 cards for it. All right, tempo's been bought. We're back. We're back. We're back. No arsenal, though, for Leave No Witnesses still, and it's something we want to play out, though, because of the Plunder run. Well, I'd hope Shred gets some value somewhere. But I won't really know, you know? They don't really have to block any of this. This is just a vanilla 7 turn. So I have to make the call now to just pitch Shred into the Nerve Scalpel. Or actually, should I have just played out the Plunder Run? Oh, that was probably fine too. Because I'm going too wide with a Snaps Up. With a Shred. Yeah, so actually leading with Plunder Run, I'm not getting the +3 here, but I would have 2 chances to try to draw the card plus Shred to force it. Might have been better. Might have been better. Mostly because these yellows don't convert to much. I'm gonna bet they do block the Leave No Witnesses. Ira doesn't really use 4 cards. If they don't block it, I'll look like a fool. Spreading Plague is nasty, but I don't think it's nasty yet. You know, they're too high life to really care about, you know, making 2 Blood Rots. I think I'll count that as a misplay, though, legit. I think I should have just dropped the Plunder. No! You make me look like a fool. Not like this. Oh, okay, never mind. I get the Shred. Yes, yes, yes. My card did deal 3. We're not idiots. We're not idiots. Oh my god, all the D-Reacts. This is 2 Ira lists now that are just like nothing but D-Reacts. That's okay. That means we're not under too much threat here. Alright, so the only thing that costs in my hand is the Razor. The Razor could be free with the red back. We probably want to do it because I don't think there's something else I can pay for. It's Razor, Razor, Spreading Plague. Oh, and I guess the Spikes. But let's go ahead and get the block value in here. I also don't want to go to 1 because then Flick Knives kills me. So if I do this, they Flick Knives once, I go to 1, I actually die to the other Flick Knives. So I have to give my own Flick Knives. So I actually should have Flick Knivesed. I should have used Flick Knives then, the turn where it could have dealt 4. Alright, alright. Genuine misplay then. Genuine misplay. Now we know. Now we know. But it's okay. We're coming back. I got this. I guess we want the card draw first, so since this is dominated, we'll guaranteed get it through and just see what happens here. Sand does a lot of damage. It's not short on go again. So drawing some kind of Chain Ender on the Plunder Run would be pretty sick. Pretty sick. Alright, let's see it. What card do I draw? A Backstab? Well, that is a Chain Ender. That is a Chain Ender. So we kind of got what we wanted. There's no hit effect to use the Razor on, though. But maybe we can still cheese them and win the game on it, because they can't play D-Reacts to it. So if we Razor the Backstab, we might win. Who knows? Who knows? This needs to show a red as well. That'd be sick. Yeah, baby. We're in. Alright, well, this won't win the game. This won't win the game. Actually, to the point where there's no reason to red back anymore. We'll just Arsenal the Razor. Use it next turn. We know that there's a Wither coming. Wither's pretty relevant on negging their Kodachis. Although if I use it now, they go to 1, realistically. I can't Flick Knives anymore, though, because it's gone. Huh. But my next turn, I need to block down 2 cards, because they're going to Kodachi, and I can't take even 1 Kodachi, or I die. Well, I guess this next turn I could take the first Kodachi, and then I need to kill them on the follow-up, is what would change. I think I'm going to put him at 1. I'm going to put them at 1 guaranteed now. Let's just do it. Oh, I should have flicked knives. God dang it. Oh, I should have that turn. I had it. I had it and I didn't do it. All right, so if I think I can win next turn, then I only need to block with 1 card. The problem is they can just Tunic for Kodachi flick knives me next turn. So they can do it off 0 cards. So I need to actually kill them or I lose. Kill them or I lose. Otherwise I need to give 2 cards here. I mean, giving 2 cards isn't the worst, but I just don't think I beat that Tunic Kodachi play. So how do I get around that ever? I don't think I can. Because my turn takes the full hand, but I just die to that. I just die to that. Oh, flick knives. Freaking flick knives. I should have used it. Should have used it. Frustrating. Maybe they just don't see that play. Alright, so that's the route, right? They just don't see the play. They don't see the play. That's my win con. They don't see the play. They don't see the play. They don't see the play next turn. Or actually, can they even flick knives their own... the weapon that is attacking? I don't think they can, right? Target dagger you control that isn't on the active chain. Oh, so they can't do that play. Ah, they can't do it. We're safe. We're safe. They cannot do that play. Aha. Now we know. Now we're aware. We're learning here. We're learning. They cannot Tunic for Kodachi flick knives. So we do take their full hand in theory. Or actually, that's not true, because they just block with the Tunic then. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Such a roller coaster. Everything's wrong. Yeah, because now, as long as they keep 1 card in hand, which they can easily do here, unless they've got 2/2 blocks, they just win. They throw a 0 cost, flick knives the Kodachi. But maybe they can't do that. Maybe they can't do that. We'll find out soon. We'll find out soon. Interesting game. Mostly because I punted. Mostly because I threw. Yeah. But still interesting. Any advice for a new player who may eventually want to play more competitively? Sure. Oh, they're giving me the flick knives. Ah, interesting. Interesting. So I can't die to BS anymore. We're playing a real endgame. What's going on? What is going on? They Tunicked on my turn? That makes no sense. Don't do that. There you go. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Ooh, okay, they make me give them 2 cards. I don't love it. I don't love it. My best 2-card play is just Spider's Bite and Attack. Oh, that's so sad. I don't have a... well, I guess I don't need it to be a stealth card because a Spider's Bite gets around them blocking with Tunic anyway. I don't want to be stupid and keep the Infect Razors. I mean, that's like the cute play, but I don't think it works. I don't think it works. You can't Razor's Edge Leave No Witnesses? Oh, no, I know. I said my best play is Dagger, Leave No Witnesses. I can't Razor's Edge Leave No. The thing is, their only defense react block 4 is a... Oh, actually, no, they're gone. 2 red Flick Flecks are gone. All right, is that the gamble play? If they just give me 2 cards immediately on the Infect, though, I just lose. I'm in. I'm in for the gamble. I'm in for the gamble. They are actually out of sinks. Flick Flags. Oh, they have one Fate. All right. This is bad. This is not the right play. But who knows? Maybe it works. Maybe it works. When they see me blocking this way, though, they should be so suspect of a Razor's Edge. Like, why would I give those cards up? But let's try it! Let's try it! Let's try it. They're running that all you got? Dude, chill. What is with Ira and, like, every single D-React in the game? Holy. Alright, that's fine. We took 2 cards. If we went the other route, we would have taken probably still just 2 cards. It would have been a block, and then a block with card and tunic. So it's about all the same, honestly. It's about all the same. Oy, oy, oy. I'm always dead to when they draw Razor. Yikes. I don't see a way out, folks. They're playing through all their D-Reacts to the point where they can't just draw like the all D-React hand, which might give me room. They did that on one turn. They did have like an all D-React turn once, but it's not going to happen again, because this is kind of the tipping point. I only take 1 card. I never use Flick Knives. I'm bad. I'm so bad. We have to just keep giving real cards to these Kodachis. Then that's it. And there's no way this only comes in for 4, right? I guess? No, yeah. So I actually... I mean, I need to sink. I need to sink into a playable card, basically. Or else I don't take any cards and I likely die. It's actually even risky to want to sink this card, because if they Razor me now, then I just straight die. So actually, maybe I don't do it. I think I'll just sit on the sink below. I'll sit on it. Hold sink. Hold sink. Without double Kodachi, maybe there's a way. This is my last hand of the game. What did I pitch sack? No idea. Oh, hell yeah. A Codex? A Codex when there's no Ponder left? Seems pretty good. Spreading Plague? Is that the... No, that's never the play, because they don't actually give real cards. It would just be like I pitch into Spiders, they block with the card I Spreading, they can just pay for it anyway. Alright, so Spreading doesn't actually do anything here. Concealed Blade, I can't target anything. All of that is gone. Looks pretty over. Looks pretty over. If I can keep the blue and a Codex, then I can Spider's Bite into Death Touch. That's like hopefully the line. Hopefully. Oh my god. They're taking all my cards. And it has Go again. Stop! Oh, but they're letting me play it. That's crazy. They didn't want to drop anything. They could have played even like a 0-cost blue. Alright, here we go. We're in. We're in. Alright, maybe they only have 2 blocks and Isolate gets there. What if? No, this is so doomed. Alright. I need so many buzzes for not using Flick Knives there. Why did I talk myself out of it? This is Blitz, after all. Like, you do it early, and that's still valuable, because the next turn is like endgame. Oy. Flick Knives. I accept this loss. This was all on me. All on me. Good game. Good game. 4 damage missed on that Flick Knives. Oh! 4 damage. Oh wait, actually, the Kodachi does nothing. Got him. Now it's good game. Alright, good learning moment. Now I know. See, this is actually very useful. This is very useful for commentary as well. In terms of pacing out the pace. That's pace twice in one sentence. We don't need that. In terms of understanding the pace that an Arakni Solitary needs to play, their deck, like, does not pitch. So you just burn hard. You see a valuable Flick Knives, you take it. So, you know, that is something useful to learn for coverage, indeed. All right, let's do a Riptide game. A Riptide game. Let's find a Riptide list. Alright, also we can update. That one was a real loss. That one was a real loss. We're putting it in the tally. The Bravo game, that was not a legal deck. Riptide. Blitz. April 25th. How is this real? There's no way that... Oh, that's mine. There we go. That was the wrong tab. Riptide. September 13th. Tempo Riptide French version. Riptide and the Lost Prince. Riptide and the Lost Prince, sure enough. Talishar. This is kind of funky, but honestly, it's what I expect out of a Riptide list, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. This one is a Dreadbore Riptide. This is the Riptide I would hope people play, but what is the better version? You know, with Drone gone, you can't play like the Fatigue Riptide, like all the way. But there is the Nourishing Loop Riptide that some people might still be on as well. Like this one. This is the other one. That's potentially real. The Nourish Riptide is the best one. Yeah, this is more so what I thought. Alright, let's play this one, because I've never played the Nourishing Riptide. We might have to get a couple Riptide games in, because there's a lot of different versions. Good luck. Alright. Into Kassai. Feign Death doesn't matter. Brush Off could be kind of cool. Not sure what you're taking this in for, but the base deck's probably fine. Kassai actually does play reactions as well, so the pendulums could be kind of decent. Do I really need Whispers, though? Whispers seem... Well, they block 3 in this matchup, so they're effectively the same. Alright, we're just going to take it as is. Take it as is. You tried Nourish Riptide last night at Armory. Prism feels impossible, and if someone has Exude Confidence, it's over. Well, the idea with a Team Blitz tournament, right, is you can take decks that have auto losses because your matchup is not the end-all be-all, right? So some more fringe decks might have success in a lineup like this. Because if you know you lose to Prism, well, you know, there's 2 other teammates now that can play decks that are maybe also losses into Prism, because your opponents can't all be on Prism, you know? Well, that's not true. They could be on 2 Prisms. That's very real. Maybe there could be an entire Illusionist team. Dromai, Old Prism, New Prism. That is real. That kind of sucked for some lineups, I'm sure. I guess I can even just Oasis this turn. So this will trigger, right? Because they play a reaction? Yes, indeed. So let's make a mill. I guess I can even set the Buzzsaw trap for next turn, which would be kind of cool. Or no, this would trigger. This actually would trigger on the second Centauri, so maybe it's not worth doing that. But the Codex won't be live for a while, but I can use Trench with it. For Oasis, maybe? Alright. Lines. There's lines. Yeah, like I could even Trench for the Oasis on this turn and play Buzzsaw. That seems like a lot. Because this was only a blue Blade Runner. So it's only 3. Although I don't get the heal anymore for Oasis. I threw. That's fine. I spent 2 cards for 1 damage and 3 of theirs. Seems decent. Alright, so I can go ahead and get Nourishing right now, but they have a ton of armor, so maybe I want to work through that first, but I guess I can't really unless I swing Talishar 3 times. Maybe that's more relevant later. I should probably just get the Nourishing now, right? Just get it out of the deck. I've got the Codex for next turn. But then I can't set the Pitfall. Or just play Warmongers. But Kassai doesn't have to play non-attack actions. They could just call war. Interesting. Interesting. I think I'll just get the nourishing out. I'll sync the codex, get the nourishing, play the nourishing. I'll pitch the, I guess sync below. Oh wait, oops. Wait, hold up. I don't want to do that. I didn't know what that trigger was. I thought I was pitching. I don't want to pitch. I'm putting the pitfall. What is this deck? Come on, this is the Riptide deck. This is the deck that I put Riptide on the list for. He's got that nourishing playstyle, this whole thing. This whole shebang. The list is... You know, it's actually funny. There was a Levia list that... I don't think it like won a skirmish, but it did pretty well out in New Zealand. That was basically a Nourishing Emptiness loop. It was like a control Levia list in Blitz that just looped Nourishing Emptiness. And this deck does it better because of Mask of Malicious Manifestations. So it's basically that list, but you have a worse weapon, but you have a better headpiece. And that's it. Ooh, we got a codex. Nice, we're working. What is that notes program called? If you mean this is Figma. Figma is a fantastic free cloud-based program where I have literally everything I've ever done for Flesh and Blood, like every thumbnail I've ever made, every battle hardened asset, calling asset, merch stuff, PDFs, old fab stuff, Clash when I was doing that, Storytime, which is where we're at now. This is Figma. It's pretty sick. It's free. It's like a vector-based, cloud-based vector program with kind of the open file. I forget the term there. It's called like whiteboard format? I don't know. But like the whole just open page where you don't have a bunch of like files hanging out somewhere. You just have like these different pages. And then on each page you can kind of dump your assets and then there they are. It's fantastic for organization. I love it. It is one of the industry standards for UX design. Exactly. That's why I know it. I've used it for all my jobs. I prefer it over XD, prefer it over Sketch. Not close. Love Figma. Love Figma. I think my two most comfortable programs are probably like InDesign and Figma. And I hate to say that because InDesign is so boring. Okay, so I do need to play out the Pitfall Trap. Or else I can't codex. So I guess let's go ahead and do that now. They are going to pay for it, though. And then I'll Boulder Trap as well. So I'm going to lose the sync. So actually I can... Oh, wait, hold up. I still need to pay for the Nourishing, don't I? I do need to pay for the Nourishing, so I guess I have to keep this hand. So that I end up discarding the sync below. And then I can pitch the Boulder for the Nourishing. Right? Yes. I think that's how it has to be. Alright, they got copper. Whatever. Just use Boulder, then Trench the Pitfall. Yeah, but that still doesn't let me pay into the Nourishing, because that leaves me with the sync. The sync would be discarded on Codex. Or unless I'm stupid. Right? There's no way around this. I do have to discard the sync. I'm just going to let it happen. I'm just going to let it happen. If I keep Boulder and try to Codex, you'll discard it. Well, yeah, I know that. We didn't do that. What combination of life decisions has led us to decide to play the Fatigue Riptide? Hey, it's not... It's actually... I don't think it's a true Fatigue deck. Like, you don't have a weapon, so you can't win off of Fatigue. You're just going to grind them down with traps and then present, like, unwinnable game states. Like, you know, dominate looping with Nourishing, the trap damage, pummeling Nourishing, apparently. It's crazy. But you can't actually straight Fatigue because you lose. Put Sink in Arsenal. Yes, but then I can't put the Nourishing in Arsenal. You know, I don't have 2 Arsenal slots. We're not Lexi. So I would Codex, right? Last turn was Codex. If I trigger Riptide, put the Sink in, trench away the Sink or something, then I have to discard the yellow. No one has said the line that makes sense around that, so I'm going to hold by it was probably fine what I did. Alright, Minerva is annoying though. Like, I almost want to let things hit just to get rid of it. Oh, that's taking 3 damage though. My turn can't pull the Nourishing back. So what am I doing then? Oh, hello? Did Talishar break? Oh no, Talishar, not like this. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, wait, what? What the heck just happened? It passed my react step. Not like this. I wanted to defend. Oh no, throws. That's okay. We'll just be hella card inefficient. Who cares? Insanely card inefficient. Oh my god. Oh, but they're going to end the swing, so I actually can Rock Slide and Blood Rot. Saved. But they do pay for the Rock Slide. Unfortunate. But maybe I just go ahead and load the Pitfall. That way they take damage because they can't afford to pay. That seems okay, because they're going to pay on this one, right? They're going to pay? Uh-huh. Then we Blood Rot. This is a lot of traps. I'm okay with this. It's damage. Probably too much here. But they are taking Blood Rot, and they're taking 3 from this. That's pretty significant. I think we're okay. All the way down to 10. I guess I will just Talishar. Seems okay. Just undo. It's whatever. I don't care. I don't care too much about it. It's fine. This opponent needs to only swing 1 saber each turn with no buffs. Yeah, if you're trying to beat the Riptide deck, you just present one thing, no buffs, no go again, no reacts. You just present a weapon swing, basically, and the Riptide will eventually lose. That is true. That is very true. So what is this doing? It is buffing and giving piercing. Okay. Seems good. It's going to trigger these. What are my thoughts on the new Riptide spec? I think it's so cool. It's unfortunate there's no way they can force the reaction text to be live. Because the reaction text is like the hardest type of trap for Riptide to use. Because just not every deck uses it. So it's hard for Riptide to deck build with those traps in mind because they're so niche. If you had a card in your own deck that could like force your opponent to react, then those cards look a lot better because those are already the fringe traps. The other traps are fine. So now you're giving yourself a way in deck to kind of force the traps that are already good to be live. I mean, the card is great. You're going to run 3 of it. But I wish it affected the attack reacts because they were the fringe ones. All right. What am I thinking about? Who knows? Oh, Inertia's actually insane. What the hell? Inertia's nuts. I didn't even think about this. Goodbye, Minerva. Holy moly. Holy freaking moly. I'm pretty sure I can win through like just trap damage. It's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I'll just boulder trap this one. Holy crap. So I can put a -1 on like, I guess their courage. Seems pretty good. Deal them 2 damage. Wouldn't it just be a draw though? They just won't attack. So in theory, you can shuffle the Nourishing enough that maybe there's a point where if they spend like any real amount of cards, you could fatigue them out. But I have run into that issue against Riptide, where like, well, what do you mean? Like, I just don't have to attack. It's kind of dumb, because at some point, like, you know, you need to be advancing some kind of win con. So I'm pretty sure a judge would just rule that you need to attack, even if you're at like 1 life into a trap or whatever, because you need to be advancing some kind of win condition. And in theory, if you don't attack, you have no win con. You need to be taking game actions. So I think a judge could force you to attack. I'm pretty sure. All right, so on my turn, I can just straight pay for the nourishing. I can't pay for the pummel, which is kind of sad. But this nourishing will hit, which is kind of hype. Yeah, so I think my turn is just, well, I guess I could even push it away. That way I can play both of these and get both triggers in. Yeah, who cares? It's 2 damage. I'm doing it. This one pings here. They swing their next Centauri. That one pings because it'll be higher than its base. I'll just trench, play nourishing, whatever. Not the most efficient way to play the game. I don't care. We're getting there. I guess I could, in theory, just wait. Go ahead, trench this away, put tripwire in, and then just hold the nourishing. I think that's fine. Let's do that. I don't want to take damage. I don't want to take damage. Easy. Nothing forces either player to attack. If both players refuse to advance the game state, then it is deadlock, which results in a draw. Oh, okay. So if you straight just say, I want to attack, and your opponent says, I want to attack, then you just draw. That's kind of funny. A judge can't intervene, I guess. If you both just say, no, I'm not attacking. That's pretty funny. There was a game on Talishar I played like really early days with like my opponent on some kind of crazy aggro Riptide, right? And they had Tunic, not Trench. And it got to a point where, like, well, I know their arsenal is a trap, so, like, I just don't want to attack. Like, the only thing I can do is, I forget what I was on. I think it was like a control of Eyeless. Like, I had Pummel CNC, was like a real thing. So my win con was to just not attack. My opponent was so low on cards. I needed them to attack me so I could block and draw into my Pummel CNC. That was, like, my only win con. So I just wasn't attacking. Like, why would I attack? You know, I lose. And my opponent refused to attack either. And I was like, dude, like, you gotta attack. And they're like, no, I don't. You have to attack me. And I'm like, well, this is stupid. Like, my win con is to wait. And they're like, well, this is stupid. My win con is to wait. And so we just both left the lobby. Like, it was so stupid. Because he couldn't, like, he was trapped. He had Tunic, not Trench. So, like, he needed to play out, you know, like a Ravenous or something, like Scar, whatever he had. Oh, it was so stupid, so stupid. Okay, what's happening here? Bloodrot and Frailty are live. Pendulum is my pitch for nourishing, and I'll just arsenal the tripwire. Seems okay. My opponent is so low on life. This is so sad. I apologize, opponent. This is misery. This is actual misery. But I think I just killed him if I play the Pendulum now, because they're going to take the Bloodrot damage. No, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Yeah, I'll kill you with the Goliath Nourishing. Put you out of your misery. Oh, well, wait, hold on. Now they do die. All right, no BM. Now they do die. I even could have full blocked it. I could have trenched this way, loaded tripwire. Oh, God. Oh, no. Good game. Okay. We're done. We're done with this list. All right. So we've played the meme Riptide. We've played the meme Riptide. It's both a meme and it's mean. I don't think we need to do this again. Is it worth playing like a normal Riptide. Like, is something like this going to make an appearance? Riptide can actually play aggro pretty well. I just don't know if anyone would actively like allow this on their team. I don't think it's the best way to play aggro and Blitz. So it probably just doesn't make the cut. You know, like if you're playing this, why aren't you just on Chane or Briar, you know? All right, so I think we can call it done on Riptide then. All right, so oh my god, there's so much to do still and so little time. Okay. I'm in for a spicy game. Let's do Shiyana. I need a Shiyana list. I have never touched Shiyana, but I think someone is probably convinced they can win with Shiyana. It might even be Matt McInnes. Drone Shiyana is dead. Now red is my best friend. Let's see, what does this look like? Oh, baby. This is spicy. All right. We'll keep this tab open. Could be. This is more so what I thought Shiyana would look like, just like pummels on the good effects. All right. I think this is kind of the more standard Shiyana. We're gonna ship it. Ship it. Okay, that lobby is closed. Hell yeah. Ooh, I've never played Shiyana. This is exciting. Okay, this is a unwinnable matchup, I'm pretty sure. Unwinnable. Unwinnable. If I'm ever pitching into AB, like I'm probably losing anyway. They chose to go first. So there's a world where I take the front line just to get the block value in. I don't think that's super relevant. They're probably not going to go too wide on turn 1. So Goliath is fine. Taking 1AB into Chane is if I'm trying to fatigue him out. I don't think this list can fatigue him out. There's non-blocks. There's no sigils. So let's just ship it. We can aggro out the Chane. I believe. Average damage threatened per turn, 6.67. Good job, Riptide. You did it, buddy. I don't know how those... the damage counter stuff, like how that counts the damage in between turns. And like, where's that factor? Because I was dealing like 6 damage on my opponent's turn. Just saying. Okay. Oh, it's 5 because Soul Shackle. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that deck's so stupid. Okay, so in theory, I'd love to try to keep Pummel CNC. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to. I don't know if that's going to be allowed. Maybe I just draw into a red Pummel. You know? Because they're going to Rosetta me here. I would assume. Or maybe not. Maybe they hold it because they want the rune chant. Okay, we're in. Draw resources, please. Yes. So what happens when I copy this? Cards I own are the class of the hero in addition to the other class types. So in theory, I could copy Chane, make all my cards Runeblade. If I had another blue, then I could actually use the Soul Shackle to go CNC Pummel Talishar. But I don't have that. So I don't think it really matters that I copy Chane here. I don't think that really matters. But Pummel CNC's these. Riptide on aggro has potential, but it tends to deck out with the Yu-Gi-Oh powers. I'm experimenting on Commoner and a little Blitz, but it needs something to recover Graveyard. Yeah, I doubt we're going to see more support though, right? So from this new set, we're really just looking at the new arrow. But that new arrow is sick. That new arrow is cool. So I don't think we're going to see that kind of support make its way into this set. I've heard musings that maybe just like a heavy salvage shot trap Riptide like can be real. But that's only if like blocking out mech works. And that probably stops working pretty soon. You know, Dash's tech lows, they're about to get tons of support. Boosting away their deck isn't necessarily always the game plan. So like, what are you actually beating by playing super slow? Probably not much. Probably not much. Chane cosplaying as Vincent. That's the best deck in format, Pankaj. It's not close. You missed the stream on Tuesday then. I showed off this deck. This deck is insane. I don't think this is the best build with the Funeral Moons, Runics, and Requiems, but my god, the Vincent Chane build is insane. You just drop like 18 damage out of nowhere. It's basically like old school Viscera. Alright, my turn. I don't have Tunic up, so I can't do the endless play. If I keep the whole hand, I can go Alluring Inducement into Endless Winter, in theory. Because I will be able to give it go again with Chane. That's kind of cool. Alright, I'm in. I'm in for experimenting. Let's see what happens if I do that. Oh no, wait, this costs 2. Alright, I threw. Wait, hold up, hold up. I thought this cost 1. Wait. Sorry. I thought this was a 1 cost, so it was going to work, but it won't work. Alright, so in that case, I can just block with the... Well, I don't know, maybe the Herald is the more consistent attack over the Alluring. This only blocks 2, though? Yeah, blocking with this hurts. It's only a 2 block. Blocking with this alone also hurts. So maybe I just give Endless and Anthem, but then I lose my really strong Tunic Endless play on the next turn? Maybe it's just a Talishar angle. That's super sad, but it might be. I just do this, block 6, Talishar, Arsenal, Endless Winter. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. It's just like if I keep the Herald, then the blocks look so weak. And it's poppable. Alright. I don't believe in the Herald. This is the Vincent Chane. In theory, we haven't seen the Runegate cards, but, you know, that's why you run the Funeral Moons. Alright, we're on the value plan. I think Herald is better versus Chane than Endless Winter. Oh, in Arsenal? Well, it's poppable is the problem. And if this is like the full-on Vincent Chane, which maybe it actually isn't, we haven't seen any Runegate card, which is awfully suspicious, then, you know, they should be on like... Oh yeah, they have Read the Runes. They should be on like 12 poppers. So I really don't want to make a 2-card play that gets popped by 1 into Chane. It definitely like looks good, but it's better into normal Chane. I think it's that good into this Chane. Alright, we did draw the blue, which is hype, and the rest of the cards block. Also hype. Isn't it great when the best thing your cards can do is block 3? That's how you know I'm a brute player. Actually, this might be where we want to like E-Strike draw a card, though. Oh, not anymore. Never mind. Alright, there's the poppers. Yeah, so sure enough, their hand had 2 poppers. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. I really do expect the Runegate Chane, though, is going to be part of the winning team this weekend. Not this build. I think this kind of build is way... Oh, oops, that's the wrong one. The one based on the Seahawk or Chalk, the guy who like posted this on Twitter, is such a strong core. The envelopes, Deathlies, the Mob Skies, Read the Runes, the Spellblade Assaults are insane. The main edit I made to this list was just add in the invert for like cheeky endgames and then change the sideboard. I think that the list is just so disgusting though. It's faster than normal Chane as well. So if you're trying to beat the mirror, Runegate Chane can just dump 18 on like turn 2. Whereas normal Chane needs to have luckier draws. Okay. What's happening here? Oh, funny. Okay, so funny enough, I never need to snaps for the E-Strike go again, because I could just use Soul Shackle on it. That's interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Could I link the Vincent chain? It's not my concept. It was built by this guy, Seahawk, but this is the list that I played on stream on Tuesday, and it is nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. Out of 22 games... Okay, actually, this is not all my stats, because it looks like other people took the list from Tuesday. I'd only lost one game, and it was the Dorinthia. So some of these results are new. But it's also easier to play than normal chain. It's a lot easier. Way less sequencing. You just say, I make rune chants, I play card that's free with rune chants. Good. Good, good. Okay, Shiyana. Shiyana's beating this chain, though. That's kind of crazy. I won't say beat just yet, you know, because how do I close the game? That's a good question. Deck out is maybe real, but we're only looking at Shackle 2, you know, so probably need to present lethal, which, well, this hand deals Arcane. Oh, that's so sneaky. I can deal Arcane. Ah, but they have Spell Void too. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Well, my turn can still be something with like E-Strike, Soul Shackle, Meeps, Talishar. That's pretty legit. That's pretty legit. It would mean I block with the lesson. Or rather, I block with the something for 3. I guess this rounds. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, I'm liking this now. Alright, just to be clear, I do copy the class and their hero ability, because it says I become a copy of target hero. So I become Chane. I get Chane's ability to create a Soul Shackle. Soul Shackle is just like a token. The game knows what that does. And then all my cards are the class of my hero in addition to the other class type. So my hero becomes a Shadow Runeblade. So then E-Strike becomes Shadow Runeblade. I think is how that works, right? Like, I'm not stupid. So then I can go, like, E-Strike... I can Soul Shackle, say, like, E-Strike +2, whatever. It comes in with Go again. Then I can Meeps, and then Talishar. That seems pretty good. Wow, I'm into that play. I mean, that hella presents lethal. And we stumped them a bit, hopefully, with the Frostbite generations here. Okay, so I'm trying to just block 3, because I need the other cards to function. So it looks like this gets full value here. Not entirely sure where other hit effects might end up. So it could be wrong to want to block this, but our plan is adaptive. I could also just say E-Strike draw a card and hope and pray I draw blue. That's also possible. Then I'll be banishing a card every turn for nothing. I don't care. They're banishing more cards than me. I'm going to be banishing 1 card a game so that I can present a 13 damage turn when they're at 7, versus they're banishing 3 cards, guaranteed by now, not to mention the more that they're going to make. Come on, Pankaj. Alright. Am I allowed to take 7? I mean, I kind of have to. I kind of have to. Maybe I should have used Goliath on the Endless. I don't know how often I get to keep hands anymore after this turn. Interesting. I don't want to block with Crown yet because the card draw I might get off Meeps could be bad, and then that's what I'll end up crowning away. Alright, let's do it. So I'm going to Soul Shackle. That's so cool. Shiyana's actually sick. I'm going to say Buff Power. They've also got 2 Blood Debt, and the thing about the Vincent chain is if they fall behind on playing out the Rune Gates, then it's really hard once they rack up Soul Shackles to get them all out. You normally can like play out 2 decently, but that's it. And that's only with good Rune Chant generators starting your turn somewhere. So it actually doesn't look great for them. We might win this. Shiyana might beat The best deck in format. Nuts. Although I don't think this build is the best. This build is a bit wonky. Oh, this is hype. Oh, Shiyana. You do it, girl. This is so cool. Draw a card, go to 1. This round's... Hey, it would have been a blue if I did Easter egg draw. Nice to know. Oh, man. This is sick. I think we just won with Shiyana. Oh, this is so funny. Let's go. Nice. Alright, so we can Goliath on the Alluring. There we go, that's our play. Goliath on Alluring to end the game, unless they die to their own blood deck, because they just banished 5 blood deck cards. I'll hit him with a good game. I don't mind a little BM. I don't mind a little. We got BM last game. This was pretty hype. Shiyana's cool. There's so many new cards too. Like, they're all in one deck. All the unities. Oh, but I do want to attack with Alluring, because I've never done it. But we do just die here. Or they do just die here. So we want to block with Crown anyway. Cycle this out. Actually, hold up. Is there a world where I actually die? I mean, I should just play it safe and not be dumb. I kind of want to be dumb, but I shouldn't. Let's not block around dying to Arcane or anything. This is only 3 Arcane, so I should be safe. Yep. Just making sure they can attack with the bounding. Well, it doesn't super matter. They do just die. And I've got a Spellbane Agents, in case it matters. Maybe I should... Well, I just drew that, so I couldn't have actually sequenced that any different. But my hand at least throws the Talishar if somehow they didn't die here, but they do just die here. They can't play out the Widespread at a baseline. It'll just be the bounding. That's sad. I wanted to do cool things. But that's okay. We got him anyway. Got him anyway. GG's. Alright, cool. A win with Shiyana. Pretty hype. Pretty hype. So we're done with Shiyana. That was really cool, though. I wouldn't mind playing more, but I'm so short on time. I don't even think we can play all these heroes. We can probably only play, like, 1 more. So let's make it the Uzuri. Because Uzuri in Blitz, I have no concept of, like, how you have to play differently in Blitz versus CC for this hero. Maybe you just don't have to play differently, but I just don't know. Actually, I think Ethan sent me... I think other Ethan sent me a list for Uzuri. Let me grab that real quick. No, I'm trying to be done by 2 o'clock, Nathan, or else Portland won't be done in time, dude. Don't you want Portland to be done in time? Hold up. I think... Here it is. Yes. Ethan sent me his Uzuri list. Sick. So let's get this game going, and then that's probably going to be it. We couldn't play everything, but that's okay, because I'd rather spend time on Portland than playing random-ass Blitz games. So sorry, KO, Briar, Dory. We didn't make it to you. But you were in this tier, maybe if time. These were never promised, people. Don't get mad at me. Alright, so we're like on more of a fatigue style, so I think going first to pull cards is kind of decent. Then again... Disruption is the name of the game. Let's double check the list then. In terms of disruption, there's the CNC, the shakedown. It's just the standard stuff. Let's go second, though, just so they don't get Valiant Thrust, or Valiant Dynamo value, rather. All about value denial, you know? It is Kassai. It's going to be a bit of a grindier game. Skullcap might not be the worst over Crown. They can't ever pressure my arsenal anyway. Spider's Bite's useless. Scale Peeler is kind of interesting. I wonder if it's Scale Peel or Nerve Scalpel. That's kind of cool. Ooh, yeah, that might be legit. Let's try that. Let's try that and then go in. All right, last game, people. What time do you get in tomorrow? Pankaj and I should be free for dinner around 8. So if I don't miss my connection, I'll be in town at like noon. If I don't miss my connection. I'm going to have all my bags with me, so I do need to either go straight to the venue or Nathan's house or something. But in theory, I arrive, and then my bags also make it. Aha, I got sinks, baby. My bags also make it, and then I go straight to the venue, set up everything, physically at least, and then do everything in my power to catch up Nathan with the behind-the-scenes production, which he was mocking me. He was like, oh, you're just pushing buttons. Nathan, real quick. If you think my job is just pressing buttons, we may have to renegotiate. I was so offended by that, by the way. I was so offended by that. Dude, you are about to see what it takes to produce a show. It is wild. Okay. Now we're playing the game. We're playing the game. I guess Scale Peeler is, like, in theory, always valuable because they want to block with Dynamo every turn. So if I'm not paying for double dagger, then I think it's Scale Peeler. So we can do this into Backstab, swap it for Annihilate. Should be okay. They got me. They did get me. Man sent just a glorified DJ. Alright, you're fired. I don't think we paid you yet, so that's good news on our end, because you are straight fired, Pankaj. Just kidding. Oh my god! Double that all you got. That's fine. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Double Codex draw is kind of strange, not gonna lie. I don't want to block with them. Pretty high value card, you know? Pretty high value card. I guess I can keep one just to Annihilate and then Arsenal the other. I can do this and Fate to hopefully shut down their turn. This might be totally wrong though. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see if they can pump it over. Or actually, they don't need to pump it over. They Blade Runnered anyway. Oof. Alright, so I'm about to take like 5 damage. Do I want to draw the Shakedown next turn? I don't think so. Because my next turn is probably full block and then Codex. Oh, but actually maybe I did want it then, because I'd have a good target for a blue and Tunic. Holy mother. Alright. I think I've just kind of got to eat this, though. I've kind of got to eat this. I'm going to let it happen here. It's 8. It's a lot. I know we're on the fatigue plan, but fatigue means I should get back to this pitch, and I don't want to waste a Codex. Actually, maybe it wasn't the worst bottoming the Shakedown there, because this Codex at least presents the Annihilate play off Tunic alone. That's already set up. But then again, the Shakedown would leave me open to maybe keeping a blue for the other line. Not sure. Blocking with a red Blade Runner is pretty hype, though. I will let that happen any day. Give me that red blade. I've done work on live broadcasts for the BBC. Oh, that's sick. Oh, actually, I might want to hit you up about that. And funny enough, no matter how into the profession you are, people still think you just press buttons. Oh, gum. Then you know my pain. You know my pain. This is rough. Actually, is it rough? No, it's not. It's just they block down with the card, so I doubt I need to give my entire hand on blocks. So it makes it look kind of confusing. This lowers the Centauri to 3. Ooh, that attack react is actually pretty annoying. Maybe I should have overblocked just to get it started. Because the spoils of war turns, you do not let hit. It is not allowed. Interesting. I can give the Death Touch and Black Tech just to make my turn Scale Peeler, Tunic Amnesia. But then I'm off curve for the Codex Death Touch Tunic play. But I don't know if that's what I really want to go for in this matchup. I want Disruption over just damage. Actually, maybe that's wrong too, because it's Kassai. So much of their damage is in the weapons that... Maybe I do need to race, but Jesus Christ, it's 9 to 20. Not looking great. Not looking great. We're going to try it this way. We're going to try it this way. This doesn't matter that it like wasn't a CNC or anything. It's just damage here. You want to go to Portland so bad? Aren't you like kind of local, Z? Or are you just West Coast? I mean, Portland isn't California. You know, it is still far. Can you actually fire Techlo Foundry? He's making me wait for the PTI event to end because you're his ride. Well, Pankaj, if you need to wait for the PTI event to end anyway, then you can just cast Sunday. And you can show us the duality of what professional versus unpaid looks like. Make it super casual. Okay. Does this affect anything? Tokens lose names? No, it's just weapon. Okay, so that is not doing anything. So I don't mind blocking down the whole hand in theory. Although I don't... I don't love blocking 2 cards on the Centauri here. Maybe I just give the Skullcap. It going to 4 is pretty annoying. I mean, just baseline, their next sword comes in for 5. I'm pumping it to 6. So one of these cards is a pump. I would assume they put it on the next attack, but me blocking this out at least means they can't pitch into Brave Forge, so if I'm blocking 4, it's fine to do it this way, I think. Alright, yeah, so it actually that was pretty nice, because that ate 2 damage on the puncture. Not bad. They are leaking tons of damage through with copper, though. Or, you know, these 1 pings to generate copper. What else can I do, though? I'll allow it. The Codex play just takes a card and Dynamo, which is pretty weak, but the Ponder and Frailty are good enough, I think, that we have to make the play. Pankaj and I in the booth. That is totally allowed. Totally allowed. Oh, my God. All right, well, I took a card. It doesn't matter that it was a sync or even a card plus Dynamo, right? It was always the same. Always the same. Ooh, good arsenal. All right, comes in for 4 now. Cash in value here, hopefully. Block out the full 5. Now that's coming in for 4. We can just do this, and then come in with Plunder. Seems good enough. Doesn't necessarily take a card in Dynamo, but they might be scared of like a Black Tech play. If the other card is a 0 for 4, or like another Codex. Never mind, they're not scared of it. Oh, got their Iron Song. But here comes the Blood on Her Hands. Holy moly. And they got me with that Spoils of War turn, so they can pay for everything. So good. And my entire hand is attacks. Nice. You're so bummed. You live in Portland, but you had plans for this weekend long before the Battle Hardened was scheduled? Oh. So you have to miss the Battle Hardened, or you have to miss both events? They're both pretty exciting, honestly. The PTI event on Sunday is the last event with the pre-BNR, pre-Briar rotation. So it's the final farewell. Both events are pretty hype. Oh god, I'm just gonna get so insanely rolled this turn. It's not close. Alright, it's probably the concede angle on this turn. Like, there's really nothing else I can do. Nothing else I can do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna die to these, because that should be 6 damage. Well, I'm not gonna die, actually. I'll go to 1. Right, because these are 3/3. Yeah. Alright, I'll go to 1. I'm alive. I'm alive, and I get to keep my tunic. Oh, hell yeah, this is big. Tunic Death Touch? We're in? This is winnable. Ever so slightly. Man, my Flick Knives value has just been garbage both games I played. Sigil's big. I like to see the sigil here. They're going to try to react me. I'm going to sigil it. Never mind. Don't need to. Whew. I'm forced to show the sigil. I don't think I want to show the sigil, actually. More relevant to keep it unknown. I'm going to get decked out, though. So much of their damage is weapons, not cards. Yikes. Yikes. But we have a codex. So we just need to be able to keep the codex hand. And then what? And then throw a 0 for 4 that they dynamo and card block. Looking good. Alright, I don't know. I was told Uzuri in Blitz is pretty legit, but as far as fatigue decks go, this is not as good as that Riptide deck, you know? It's just not. But the Riptide deck against like players in the know is probably just weaker, right? Because they just swing singular weapon every turn, and then that's it. Like, the Riptide has to answer to that. They probably do just lose. So at least if you do that into this Fatigue Uzuri and try to conserve cards, they can punish. I don't know. I don't know. They think I have a D-React. Joke's on you. I have double sigil, which is still dead to the Out for Blood. Exactly dead. GG's. Alright, maybe just a bad matchup as well. But I don't know. I'm kind of unimpressed by Uzuri there. She just doesn't have damage, right? Like, even in CC, her problem is she lacks above rate plays unless you're getting your black tech off to do like a 2-card 8 with Disruption, right? So, unless you really flip the game because of like an isolate CNC, I don't know, it just didn't feel that special, honestly, for how the Blitz format works. But there we go, that's going to have to be it for today. I'm sorry, Dorinthia, Dory, our young Dory here, Briar, KO, that's okay. What do we need to know about KO? Just roll 6s. We didn't get to them all. The maybes of times. The maybe of times. Time is up. But it's okay. There's more fab for everyone to watch. Because the spoiler for Team Covenant is coming out in 3 minutes. Okay? 3 minutes. So I'm going to go offline. I've got a lot to do. As we learned from my new overhead camera, which I have totally messed the angle of. Here it goes. Come on, overhead camera. Why is this so crooked? There it is. Something like that. I've got a whole list of things I need to do still for Portland, so I got to get to it. That's going to be all for today. I'll see you all in Portland on Saturday. Peace. Woo! Step, arms, spin. What? Woo! And slide and tango. 1, 2, 1, 2. Slide.